All right. Everybody wants to know the secret to waking up early. And as someone who's had different schedules in life, where I've gone for months of sleeping at like 9:30 or 10 and waking up at 4:30, and then times where I'll be sick like I am now, and I won't get up till like late, like 10, 11. Today I think I woke up at like noon. And understanding, one, that's okay because your body needs the rest sometimes. But also, when you are in those times where you're waking up late, how do you reset it and actually start a schedule that gets you up on time early? And the secret is not to pay attention to what time you're waking up and more so to what time you're going to sleep. And in scenarios where you're not sick and you don't need those extra hours of sleep to just kind of help your body recover, it's really important to understand how many hours of sleep do you need to work properly. Because, I mean, people can get by on just a few hours of sleep for an extended period of time because we're adaptable creatures. However, there's an ideal amount of hours that only you'll know. People will tell you it's 8, but it's really dependent on the person you are and what you need to feel energized throughout the day. And like, one of my dad's friends like sleeps like 4 hours a day, and that's all he needs, and he's done it for like decades. And then I know people who need 9 hours of sleep, 10 hours of sleep. Those are more rare. Like usually it would be around 6, 7, 8, 8.5 hours. For me, it's like 7, 7.5. So understand that, one, and then two, implement that. So when you know that you need to wake up at, I don't know, say 6 a.m., you know you need to be asleep at, if you need 7 hours, you need to be asleep at 11. If you need 8, you need to be asleep at 10. And really commit to that. Because when you get enough sleep, you don't need an alarm to wake you up. You'll just get out of bed. And especially when you start building this as a habit, it'll help you do that more efficiently. Also, I mean, not that I do this too much and I'm not great at it. I need to get better at it. But try to stay away from like electronics or like screens like 30 minutes to an hour before bed. But I'm not your mom, not your dad, so take that with what you want. The important thing really is, though, is just getting to sleep on time and actually sleeping at that time. Now, there's another problem that comes up with, okay, I had this schedule, I was going great, and then I got sick or I traveled or whatever, and it kind of like threw my whole schedule into whack. What do I do now? There's something I've been doing for the past, 10 years, 15 years of my life that has helped very well. Might not be the best way to do it, but that's just how I know to do it, and it's worked every time. Where if I come back from a vacation, usually I'm either exhausted and just gonna pass out, but then I make myself stay up, and depending on like the time of day, whatever it is, it's really just important to skip a certain amount of sleep or sleep on time that night. But what's worked for me is skipping like basically a whole day of sleep and then sleeping very, very early the next night so you can get the sleep for last night and that night. And then from the point like where you're sleeping, like I'm talking about like crazy early, like 6 p.m. and waking up at like, 4 or 5, and then making it that whole day and then going to sleep a little bit later than that, call it 8 p.m., waking up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., because, you're like kind of catching up on sleep, but also setting up yourself for the following like routine. And then getting to a point where you feel comfortable of, okay, now I can sleep at 10, I can wake up at 6, or I can sleep at 10, wake up at 5, whatever it is. And then committing to it. And it's more so committing to the night time of it than the daytime. Because you'll tell yourself at night, like, I'm going to go to sleep, or I've done this before. I'm going to go sleep at like 10. 10 rolls around, I'm not really tired. And I kind of break that promise to myself where it kind of starts ruining the schedule or the routine. And it's just really important to stick with yourself and understand, like, if you want to wake up at this time, you need to sleep here because your body needs this many hours of sleep. So at the end of the day, whatever your goals are, just know that you as a person require sleep, and it's critical for your survival, but also for your health, your like brain function. Just on like sleep is great. And the more I grow up, the more I realize I actually enjoy sleeping. Whereas before I was like, I don't want to go to sleep. and I want to wake up early. So it's not a problem of figuring out what time you want to wake up. It's more of a dedication to maintaining a sleep time. Um, so as you get older, you grow out of a bedtime, and as you grow older further than that, you grow back into a bedtime. And I guess that's just how life is. It's kind of like a circle. But that's all I got for you guys today. See you guys next time. Peace.